Hi, I'll quickly run this once to save a few seconds. Now I'll just show what our modules are. First one is the data ingestion module. So this will handle all the data ingesting related stuff. So it will basically ingest the CSV files, and it will maintain a database to hold all the previously ingested data. And also in case we need to update any record, as one of our requirements said that we might need to update any record based on primary ID as well, so we can this data ingestion module can handle that as well. This has basically one class, and I'll just the first one is the constructor. So it will get some parameters. Some worth noting parameters are this database path. So this database path will be the path of a folder where we will store all our ingested data in form of bucketed Parquet files. Now in case bucketed and Parquet files are not familiar, bucketed basically means that the files will be sort of indexed. So based on what columns we pass, it will be indexed on the files will be optimized and indexed for those particular columns. And the second one is basically a utility database. So it will be a temporary database that while saving the files to our original database, we will use this as a temporary database. The first method is the reading data from files. So this method will take an input path, basically a CSV file path, and it will read all the data from that CSV path based on whatever arguments we are passing. Arguments like what is the delimiter in the file, what is the code character, and things like that. And after reading, it will return the data frame, a PySpark data frame. Next one is the reading data from database. So this method will read all the already ingested data which is already present in our database, and it will update the database object. Next is add to database. So when we read some CSV files and we want to ingest them and store them in our database, we can call this method to append all the newly read data to our database object. So this will basically add all the data present in our newly read data frame to our database object, and it will return the database object itself. Next one is the write data to database. So this method will write our database object to the database path which we have passed in our constructor. So it will how it will write? It will write in bucketed Parquet files in form of bucketed Parquet files. Now Parquet files are already optimized for aggregation, and when we use bucketing as well. So bucketing optimizes the update queries and aggregation itself, because it does not need to look for data in any other file. It already knows in which particular file a particular primary ID is. So it will directly go to that file and skip much data. So it will be much optimized than non-bucketed, or than if we store the files in regular, let's say, CSV files. So Parquet files are much better in that case. And the last method in this class is update record. So it will get a primary key column, the primary key column value, and the column which we want to update, and the new value. So it will basically update a particular record based on the primary key value which we are passing in this function. The second class is basically all the data aggregation stuff. So it will hold a data frame which mostly will be our database object. The first method here is count records. It will just directly return the number of records present in our data frame. And the second method is grouped count data. So this is the requirement which we have in our problem statement, that we should be able to group the data based on a particular column, which in our case will be name, and it will return the count for each name. For example, which we one run we have already triggered. So this is name, and this is how many times it has occurred. Now we'll come to the driver class and also see what has happened here. I mean along with code. So these are basically we are setting some variables. This is our file which we will be reading. This has around 0.5 million records. This is our database path, and this is our temporary database path. Now first of all, we are creating a data ingestion object by passing all these values, and then we are reading the data which we want to ingest from the CSV files. So this will read the data from the CSV files into a data frame, and from here we will add that newly read data to our database. Now till now we haven't written this data anywhere. This method will do that. So also we have passed the bucket count and bucket by columns. So this will make sure that proper buckets and based on proper columns are created. So this since we want to update since we want to run some update queries on primary key, we have added SKU, and since we are aggregating on the column name, hence we have added name as well. So this will write our write our data frame to the database. Now the path of the database was this one, database inside sample data, and here we have all those RK files created. So this this way we have ingested the data, and these must be 10 files because we have passed bucket count as 10. And once this has been ingested, we are doing some aggregation as well. So for aggregation we are creating object of another class, and we are passing our database object in this one, and first we are printing the count of the records. So in our database we have 0.5 million records, and after aggregation we are showing by default this shows 20 rows of 20 records of the data frame. So hence these are the some of the 20 records. This does not mean maximum or minimum. These are some 20 records. So this is pretty much it. But to show that this will handle much more data as well, so we can increase the count of, let's say we have now 5 times the data, so around 2.5 million records, and we will just skip the writing for now because the writing is an IO part, and it will make our program a bit slower. So we will just read the data 5 times and do the aggregation on that one. And meanwhile, let's see if our update is working fine as well or not. So I will remove this, and I will comment the rest one. Now before that we can see this data. So we already had 0.5 million records in our database which were already ingested, and then we ran for 5 more files. So that becomes a total of 6 times our data, our 0.5 million records. So this is 3 million records, and hence we have the count as, all of them will be multiple of 6 as we can see, and again it is showing only 20 records by default. Now I will just demonstrate the update command as well, and to confirm that if our update is working, I have filtered out all the data, and only the ones which have my name will be shown. So this has shown me twice the data, because one time of data we already have in our database, and once we have recently added to our database. So it has two records, and both of them had same primary key, but the name values are updated to my name. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.